Hi everyone, so today we're going to go ahead and solve trig equations, but we're going to use U-substitution. So in this question, we're going to start off with isolating our trig function. So we are going to subtract 1 from both sides. And then we're going to divide both sides by 2. So that cancels out the 2 that's in front. So we're going to get sine 2x is equal to negative 1/2. So what we're doing is we're doing a U substitution. So we are looking and we're saying that U stands for or represents that 2x. Doing so, when I'm substituting, I'm saying that sine of U is equal to negative 1/2. Doing this allows me to be able to go ahead and look at that easier in the unit circle. So when I look at my unit circle, what I'm doing is I'm asking myself, okay, the sine of some angle has to be negative 1/2. That gives you one option right here and one option right here. So I have that U can be 7 pi over 6, and U can also be 11 pi over 6. Because we're asking you to rewrite your answer for all the U's, remember we are adding that 2 pi n after our angles. So now we're going to go ahead and write our answer with our original angle. So you know that U was the same thing as 2x because we did our substitution. So now we're going to write this as 2x is equal to 7 pi over 6 plus 2 pi n. And 2x is equal to 11 pi over 6 plus 2 pi n. So now we have to solve for x, so we have to divide everything by 2 to get x by itself. So I would get x is equal to, now 7 pi over 6 divided by 2 is actually 7 pi over 12, and then those 2's cancel out, so I've got pi n. And I'm going to divide the second angle that I had. So I have x is equal to 11 pi over 12, and then plus pi n. So here you have your answers for all x's. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this information and we are going to go ahead and solve for radians. And we're giving you a specific interval. So we're saying 0 to 2 pi. So we know that 2 pi, we can rewrite it as 24 pi over 12. And I'm using 12 because that's what my denominator is in my fraction there. So when n equals 0, I'm going to plug in 0 for my n's that are here. So that means I've got the first answer, that just cancels out. So that's 7 pi over 12. And then the second one is 11 pi over 12. So those are two angles here. When my n is 1, I'm going to plug in 1 for n, and I'm going to solve. So again, if I write that out for you, that would be 7 pi over 12 plus pi times 1. And we know that's the same thing as 12 pi over 12. So that answer is going to be 19 pi over 12. So there's another angle there. And then we're going to take 11 pi over 12 plus pi, which is again 12 over 12. And that would get me 23 pi over 12. So there's another answer. If I try the next integer for n, which is 2, I'm going to notice that it's actually too big, right? So both of these are going to be too big because I have to make sure that it is below or less than 24 pi over 12. So here you have your 4 angles. Okay, so in this question, we are again isolating, so we're going to add 5 to both sides. So 5 cosine of 3x is equal to 5. Divide both sides by 5. I have cosine of 3x is equal to 1. I'm going to do a U substitution, so I'm going to say U is going to replace 3x, so I can say cosine of U is equal to 1. And that is easier for me to find on my unit circle. So I'm looking for where is the cosine of some angle going to equal 1? Well, I know that that's right here. So my answer for you is going to be at 0 or 0 pi. Now, because it's for all of you, I'm going to add the 2 pi n. So here I'm going to remember that my original angle was 3x. And then when I solve for x, I'm going to divide everything by 3. So x is equal to 0 plus 2 over 3 pi n. So those are my answers for all of x. Now you're going to, again, look at your integers. So n equals 0, n equals 1, n equals 2. We could try n equals 3. We'll see how far we can get. Now, with our angles, we've got plugging in those integers for n. When n is 0, that just gets me 0, so that's it for that one. When n is 1, I'm going to get 2 pi over 3, or 2/3 pi, so same thing. When n is 2, so multiplying, again, if you want to look at it, it's 2 over 3 pi times 2. So that gets me 4 pi over 3. There's another angle. And 2 pi over 3 times 3, that gets me 6 pi over 3, but you do want to remember that 2 pi is the same thing as 6 pi over 3, and the reason why we cannot include it is because it's not a bracket. So the 6 pi over 3 will not be included. So here you're only going to get your 3 answers. So 0, 2 pi over 3, and 4 pi over 3. All right, thanks for learning with me today on how to solve trig equations using U-Substitution, unlocking the power of math, one problem at a time. See you in the next lesson.